Secrets you didn't know about Forsaken. We all know it's a game about survivors having to escape many different killers, but there's a few hidden secrets within the game. Like for example, there's two different achievements. One's called Mother's Calling, where you have to play as Jason on Friday the 13th, and It's Just a Rumor, where you have to play as John Doe on March 18th. And if you play them on that specific date, the killer will even get a special buff. So this is John Doe's stats when you play as him on March 18th. This is a video from this year, where normally John Doe's health is 1500, regular speed 9, but here his health is 318 2025. You could also see that number spread across all the other different stats. Yeah, that's in reference to the rumor of the real John Doe who was supposed to hack Roblox on March 18th, 2017. And then as for the killer Jason, the whole Friday the 13th is actually Jason's birthday and also considered an unlucky day, and I imagine he'd also receive some pretty crazy buffs. But now for some secret skin abilities. So yeah, in the game you can play across multiple different survivors, and each of these survivors also have many different skins, some of them with special hidden secrets. Like for example, Builderman. He's got a skin that's called BSOD, and it has the appearance of a screen getting the blue screen of death, literally what BSOD stands for. But if you type in different letters or different faces, it would actually appear on his face. So you could type in just like one letter, two numbers, but if you type in more than three, then it won't appear on his face. But yeah, literally anything that you type on here will actually just appear on his face. See, I like him to be smiling, but just whatever you do not type in uwu, because this will cause him to go on fire for literally an entire day. Yeah, it also works with owo. Yeah, you just start catching on fire, you have slowness and weakness. Yeah, pretty much just makes the whole character unplayable for a day. Another secret is from the 007N7, which if you go to his skins and put on the ELLIOT skin, it looks something like this. It's just a whole bunch of different smileys all over him, as well as a code down here, and number 9786 semicolon. Now what exactly does that mean? Well, if you go on Google and literally type that in, it's actually a code for a literal smiley face. Just a cool little Easter egg there. Another survivor with a secret is the character Taff, which if you're wearing the Overseer skin, it looks pretty normal at first. I mean, aside from the eyeballs that are just kind of like looking at you. But if we go next to the fireplace and look up here, you'll see a hidden message under his body. It says, "Director is epic." From Director. But that's not the only character with a message on his body, because we also have the killer Jason with the Delirious skin on. Now this skin actually has two different secrets on it. The first one is if you actually just zoom in on his face, you'll see that he has a clown face. Yeah, the whole face is white, but the lips and the nose is red. Yeah, this is a reference to the YouTuber H2O Delirious, whose GTA character looks like this. Yeah, you can see he's wearing the Jason mask, and even underneath his face would be a clown face. The second secret about this skin is that if you look down, you can see a hidden message under his body. It says Disturbed Kitty, H2O Delirious, GTA 5. Not really sure what Disturbed Kitty means, but we do know that someone on the Forsaken dev team is a fan of this YouTuber. I mean, literally, even Jason's abilities now have H2O Delirious's voice. Kind of cool and creepy at the same time. But that's not the only Jason secret, because if you go to the barber skin, you'll see for his weapon of choice is a pair of scissors, and when you attack different survivors, you can actually give them haircuts. Yep, so right here we gave 007N7 a classic haircut here. Sometimes the scissors can literally just rip off the haircuts that the survivor is currently wearing. Here we're giving Noob a cool little haircut. Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's pretty funny. Now another secret is when you play as the survivor Noob and have the inverted skin equipped, you'll pretty much play, as the name suggests, an inverted Noob character. All the colors are changed up and everything, but what also happens is the conversations you have with other survivors also gets flipped. So this is him saying that he needs pizza. This is a conversation with Builderman. Again, it's also reversed. Yeah, pretty much any conversation you can have with the survivor, it all gets reversed. Cool little feature that the devs added. Yeah, speaking of characters and their secret skins, one of the characters, Two Time, actually had a skin that is unfortunately no longer available. Yeah, that's the Two Time baby skin, which upon wearing it, you get 20 health and 1000 stamina, but at the cost of you moving incredibly slow. So it was pretty much impossible for you to like run away from the killer and all that. It was honestly pretty funny when it was out, but unfortunately though, this skin was removed from the game. Yeah, pretty much many people were playing this skin kind of like as a joke in a lot of the lobbies, so the devs just decided to remove it for now, but it may may eventually come back in a new game mode that they're working on called Baby Game Mode that turns every survivor and killer into baby variants of themselves. Should be pretty funny when that comes out. Now, another secret that can occur when you play the game is that when you tap out or just stop playing the game for a couple of minutes, creepy text will start to appear. Don't make me find you. Leaving is not an option. You belong to me now. Yeah, all of this is the main villain of the game talking, the Spectre, which we'll get to more about the Spectre in a little bit. Another secret you may not know is right outside the cabin, there's a little message up here that says, "Why so serious?" A reference to the Joker from Batman. Yeah, the devs really like their hidden messages, huh? Another thing you can do is kill everyone inside this lobby. Yeah, if you actually have your own private server, you get access to the command panel, and from here you can make yourself as a killer and just press execute. You're now able to go around and kill literally anybody in here. Sorry, Carl. What have I done? Yeah, you could also get this guy and you can reveal his bald head right here. Yet, despite him being dead, he still declares himself being the greatest Forsaken player. Whoa, look at the do I gave on this guy. You know what, you get to live, buddy. Yeah, the only thing you can kill is this cat right here. He's pretty much invincible. But now I want to talk about the secret voice lines in the game, because sometimes when a killer attacks a specific survivor, certain things are said. Like, for example, yeah, what you heard right there was Cool Kid referring to 007 and 7 as his dad. Which, yeah, if you don't know, 007 and 7 used to be a real player who actually used to hack Roblox. They created many different alternate accounts, including the account Cool Kid. It was 007 and 7 that actually created the whole group Team Cool Kid in the year 2014. Yeah, he's also the one that created the whole Cool Kid GUI and scripts, which gave him and other hackers the abilities to destroy games like Work at a Pizza Place, Natural Disaster Survival, or top Roblox runway model. And so that's why in Forsaken, Cool Kid sees him as his father figure. Another secret is when you play as the killer 1x1x1x1 in the Betrayed skin, if he kills 007 and 7, he says this. And then on top of that, when you play as Cool Kid in the 1x1x1 cosplay outfit, he ends up saying this. Yeah, he just kind of forgets for a second there. Yeah, Cool Kid's kind of a cruel little monster, huh? By the way, speaking of Cool Kid, you know that intro sound that he makes? Yeah, that laughter there is actually the sound from The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It is the sound that Skull Kid makes in the game. Yeah, it sounds very innocent and everything, but in Majora's Mask, Skull Kid tries to destroy all of life by using the moon to wipe out everything, and when you get a game over, he actually succeeds. Pretty dark, honestly. But not as dark as 1x1x1 and Cool Kid both singing.
Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies.
Ashes, ashes, they all fall down.
Yeah, so they sing in the famous Ring Around the Rosie song, but if you pay attention to the lyrics of the song, many people believe it's actually a reference to the bubonic plague, aka the Black Death, which was said to kill anywhere between 25 to 50 million people. Yeah, that line, Ring Around the Rosie, Rosie is said to reference a rosy rash, which was a symptom of the plague, and a pocket full of posies were actually herbs that were carried as protection to ward off the smell of the disease. It's also what a lot of plague doctors actually carried with them. Yeah, all of this is said by the 1x1x1x1 Betrayed skin. And what are his greatest strengths in this game? Oh yeah, poison. Yeah, he has a move that's literally called Mass Infection, as well as Rejuvenate the Rotten. But now let's look at Cool Kid's line.
Ashes, ashes, they all fall down.
Ashes, ashes, they all fall down. Yeah, many people believe that line in the song is actually referring to the cremation of those that had the plague as a way to prevent the disease from spreading. And now, what is one of the effects that Cool Kid can do? Oh yeah, he can apply burning. Yeah, the devs definitely thought a lot of this through. And now, speaking of the devs, currently players can only choose between 4 killers, with Noli coming up soon, but devs actually have their own exclusive killers, and they range from Herobrine. Yeah, he can pretty much just teleport all over the map. They can play as the Stalker, which is incredibly fast. Solemn Lament, who has gun abilities. Literally Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, there's a lot of different exclusive characters that the devs can play. Like my favorite, Gubby, which is this poorly rendered model of a rabbit here. I mean, it's honestly kind of cute in a way. But as for what their stats are and what their moves are, yeah, that's all kind of a mystery right now. Yet the devs don't actually want their movesets to be on the Wikipedia or displayed anywhere. I guess because they're still working on things and they might actually become real killers at some point. So we'll have to see for now. Another secret you may not know is the truth about this Dracobloxer, the head that appears on the wall where if you click on him, he's always screaming. Yeah, the Dracobloxer actually comes from this game called Build to Survive Dracobloxers. This is a remake of the original game that came out back in 2008. And yeah, in this game, you pretty much have to survive from like these dragon-looking characters. Now remember, back in the day, Roblox was like very limited on their creation, so people had to get like really creative. So yeah, this was the best dragon they could make at the time. Hey, Dracobloxer. Ah! But that's not the only monster found in the lobby, because over here, we also have the cake monster. Now, this could be a tease for a future killer that's going to come out. This character actually comes from another old game called Make a Cake and Feed the Giant Noob. Yeah, so this game was created back in 2010. It was very popular back in the day. But yeah, when you join it, you can go into many different machines and turn yourself into a different cake. Here, I'm gonna add strawberries to myself. And now I'll get sprinkles for me as well. But yeah, once you make yourself into a cake, you feed yourself to this noob guy. But now what's also in this game are the cake monsters. What is this? The cake is alive. Oh dear, did you do this? But now probably the biggest secret in this game is a hidden lore within the lobby. You may have noticed in this cabin room, there's a painting with the number 4 on it. Also, when you go upstairs and click on the TV, you get a code here that says A2. And then when you talk to Brandon over here and you type in playing games and then work at a pizza place, you get another code that says D8. Yeah, grab all these codes and write them down, because then the last code is coming from this lamp here. Yeah, this is actually Morse code, and the code here is C1. And now what do we do with all these codes? Well, if you click on the tape right here, it mentions escape this realm and take to heart the things you've learned from every part. In a club unknown where secrets are sown, recite your tale in depths alone. So it mentions to go to a club and unlock more secrets about Forsaken. And that club that it's referring to is the game Buckshot Frenzy. And yeah, when you join the game, there's a whole club area here. But on the left side of the map, there's these paintings here. And you'll notice that when you look closer at them, there's actually letters on them. D, A, C, and then question mark. So remember all those codes I said to write down? There's the D8, so click the D painting 8 times. Click A twice, 1, 2. Click C once, and then the question mark painting 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then click this little block right here, and it'll unlock a secret passageway. Now here you'll find a hidden door where you can actually knock on it and they'll tell you a whole bunch of lore about Forsaken. Now I explained the whole lore of Forsaken in another video, so go ahead and check that out if you're interested. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.